Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Family Sedan channel. Here's a headline from the Crypto Basic. XRP overtakes Bitcoin in volume on top 4 Korean exchanges. Look, Bitcoin is the most well-known cryptocurrency on the entire planet, and so as a result, the most popular. I got that, even though it's the least technologically advanced in existence. But that's because it's the first. I still have a certain fondness for it. I still hold it. It may still be here forever. In fact, I'm counting on that because I'm continuing to hold it. But there's certain parts of the world where XRP, it's a bit more interesting to folks. Let's say there are certain times where historically XRP outperforms Bitcoin, and this isn't the first time. So when you're talking about this being the case with these Korean exchanges, that's been the truth since at least over half a decade ago when I jumped into crypto. It was still the case back then. And so it's just interesting to see that hasn't changed. If anything, it's increasing the interest, and as a result, the trading volume for XRP specifically there. And this is important because most of the price action that occurs, even though I understand that we got the press price, do the SEC v Ripple case, okay, fine, but almost all of the trading of XRP on the planet occurs outside the United States. So who is it that's determining the price of XRP almost in its entirety? The answer is people who are not in the United States. And so it's good to see this. It's good to see that it's wildly popular in other areas. And so I'll share with you some of the specific numbers, as well as some information about what price XRP would have to hit in order to equal the market cap of some of the largest coins out there, including Bitcoin and ETH and the like. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I'm not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. So actually, let me just quickly start off with this before getting into the stuff having to do with the volume in the Korean exchanges. There's this tweet from XRP community member XRP Marks the Spot. He shared the following. Here, I'll make this full screen. He shared this all up on the Twitters, and it's showing the price that XRP would have to be to match the market cap of the top 5 coins, with XRP currently being number 6 in market cap. And this is as of yesterday afternoon, so the numbers would be admittedly slightly different, but frankly, there hasn't been that big of a change since the time this was posted yesterday. Yes, markets are slightly down, but it's close enough to get the idea across. It doesn't matter if it's down to the penny correct. You're going to get the idea. And just to me, it paints the degree to which there, incredible picture, the degree to which there is opportunity for life-changing wealth, specifically for XRP holders. To me, it couldn't be more clear. And so XRP Marks the Spot wrote, XRP is currently number 6. Here's the price it would need to be to move up the chart, assuming the others didn't increase in price. And so, of course, others would be changing in price. Presumably, the next rally that we have is going to be led by Bitcoin, unless, of course, you consider a conclusion of the SEC case, SEC v Ripple case that's favorable for XRP holders. You consider that to be the next catalyst. Okay, fine. But in terms of broader market movements, it's going to be Bitcoin that leads the way, as has always been the case, and I'm fine with that. I just want to get mine as an XRP holder. So I don't mind. Bitcoin, keep on leading the way. I just don't give a damn. I'm a Bitcoin holder, whatever. I just don't find the technology that exciting at this point. It's been around 14 years. It's the least technologically advanced, and so on and so forth. But I still have a fondness for it. I want it to do well. It probably will. We'll see what happens. But in order for XRP to let's just take a look at the top couple, honestly, because I don't really care about the stable coins or even Binance coin. Because look, if you're talking about the top 5 coins, two of them are stable coins, and one is an exchange coin. So I don't care that much. But look at ETH. In order to match the market cap of ETH, XRP would only need to hit $4.30. Well, it practically hit that half a decade ago. The idea that that's some sort of insurmountable task, that's crazy. That's a super conservative price, I personally believe. And then even to hit Bitcoin's current market cap, which is, at the time of recording this anyway, $542 billion. And again, I know it's from yesterday, but close enough. But so the market cap today, $542 billion. You're looking at XRP only having to hit $10.75. Well, don't forget, at its peak, Bitcoin's market cap was somewhere in the neighborhood of something, I'm pulling from memory, but it's something like 1.2 to 1.3 trillion. So it's quite a bit less than half that. And I still think Bitcoin it's going to run way past that. why wouldn't it at some point in the future have a multi-trillion-dollar market cap? That seems pretty reasonable to me. You know, why not 2 or 3 trillion? And then even if XRP is never number one in market cap, although maybe it will be, I'm not ruling that out either. But even if it never is, the neat thing is we don't need it to be for it to be wildly worth it's an insane amount more than it is right now. The idea of XRP hitting $10.75, frankly, and I don't make price predictions, so that's not what this is. But to me, that sounds conservative. That doesn't sound remotely wild. I don't know for sure what's going to happen. I don't pretend to. I mean, my expectations could be way off, and XRP goes to zero. But the idea of XRP hitting $10.75 doesn't sound wild to me. That doesn't sound like much of a deal at all. I mean, it's not just Bitcoin that had a higher market. I mean, ETH used to have a much higher market cap than that. I can't remember where it peaked out, but my gosh, because ETH today is what, $1,793. Well, its all-time high was $4,861, and so today it's got a market cap of $219 billion. So it was many times higher than that. So the idea of that happening doesn't seem the least bit unlikely, or wild, or crazy, or anything like that. We just need the markets to come back. And so my position in that sense has been the same since I jumped into crypto, which is I just count on the space getting bigger over time. And then I'm most interested in investing in coins where I see that they're solving real problems, because I think those coins are the least likely to go away forever because they're solving real problems. And so that's why from the very beginning for me, I was most interested in XRP. And that stands today. Nothing's changed with that concept in half a decade. I've always believed, and probably always will believe, that any crypto that's going to have long-term viability, it's going to be solving real problems for real people. And so what about the volume? Well, the volume actually for XRP, it's been pretty high lately. And of course, it's going to be volatile just because crypto is volatile. But I remember looking at XRP volume, weeks ago, and it was in the neighborhood of $600 million to $700 million over a 24-hour period, 700 million. Well, over the last 24 hours, according to Litecoin Watch, it's at 2.18 billion. So more than 3 times higher than that. There's intense interest in XRP, and for a good freaking reason. And there's good news surrounding it. So check this out. And again, it's just so interesting to see this behavior has been true since I jumped into crypto in 2017. This extra hyper interest in South Korea specifically, it's always existed. And it's always pushed markets. It's just so interesting. Anyway, piece reads as follows. XRP trade volume across the top South Korean crypto exchanges has recently seen a massive surge. The asset currently dominates the market share in Korea's 4 largest exchanges, comfortably overtaking Bitcoin. This, by the way, don't tell Max Kaiser or anybody. They're going to be crying a river, not even able to sleep at night. Even the soothing glow of the dumpster fire they lived next to under the bridge, I don't think would soothe them to sleep tonight. So don't let them know that XRP is outperforming Bitcoin here. Piece continues. This development underscores renewed demand for the XRP as South Korean traders look to leverage its latest rally. Data from price tracking resource CoinMarketCap indicates that XRP has overtaken Bitcoin in trade volume dominance on Upbit, BitHum, CoinOne, and Corbit, all among South Korea's top 5 cryptocurrency exchanges. And so here's what happened on Upbit. XRP is witnessing a 24-hour trade volume of $569.2 million on Upbit, Korea's largest exchange. This volume represents 17.03% of Upbit's trading volume in the past 24 hours. Oh, by the way, actually, let me mention this before I forget. I didn't check before recording the 24-hour volume for XRP on CoinMarketCap, so it won't quite be apples to apples because they do pull the data differently. So if anything sounds a little out of whack, that's because I did just share with you live CoinWatch numbers. Hopefully there wouldn't be that big of a disparity, but sometimes it gets a little bit bigger where I'm kind of scratching my head. So just thought I'd mention that in case it might cause confusion out there. Anyway, and then the piece continues. In contrast, Bitcoin sees a 24-hour volume of 188.6 million, accounting for 5.64% of total trade volume. So think about that. Again, XRP, 24-hour trade volume, 569 million-ish, and then for Bitcoin, 188 million. Don't mind seeing that at all. So what about on BitHum? Piece reads as follows. Moreover, XRP's trade volume on BitHum currently stands at 137.9 million at the time of writing, representing 34.05% of the exchange's total trade volume. On the other hand, Bitcoin's trade volume amounts to $71.1 million, representing 17.57% market share. BitHome is South Korea's second largest exchange. Now, my friends, when XRP goes, it really goes. And you can see bursts like this. Like, it kind of reminds me, it's not exactly the same, but kind of like how in the first half of 2017, before I was even in crypto, by the way, XRP had its then biggest run up to something like, I don't know, 41, 42 cents, something like that, and then cratered back down to 12 cents, 15 cents, and stayed there for most of the year until it rocketed up. Started its journey all the way up to almost $4. And so, you will see bursts inside of that. Well, we saw XRP even go up to $2 a couple of years ago. But when it really goes, folks, it happens quickly here. Like, even a few weeks ago, a lot of people who are just, the emotional speculator trader types, they wouldn't have even thought what we've seen in the last week would have been possible, because it was hovering around the mid to low 30-something cent range, and then it blasted up to almost 60 cents. So it just goes back to traders just having this mindset of whatever is happening in the moment, it just feels as though it's going to do that forever. Whether it's good, the euphoria, it's never going to stop, or if we're in the doldrums and we're in a bear market, prices are never going to come back. That's just how people emotionally feel, but it's not grounded in reality, because data shows us markets don't go in either direction forever. You just sit tight long enough, you're bound to see a shift. And then for Coin One, they wrote, Coin One, the third largest exchange in Korea, is also seeing a dominance of XRP in its trade volume, as the asset boasts a volume of $35.9 million, accounting for, to get this, 42.08% of its volume in the past 24 hours. XRP's trade volume on Coin One is more than double of Bitcoin's volume, which stands at $16.4 million. Pretty massive gap. Then you got Corbit. This is the last one. XRP's dominance also spiked into Corbit, Korea's fifth largest exchange. The asset currently commands a 38.02% of Corbit's total 24-hour trade volume. The asset's volume stands at $2.8 million. Bitcoin follows closely behind in market share with 36.99%. All volumes are taken from trades against the Korean won. Now, and I'll tell you this too, because I've heard people in other corners of the world talk about this, and fair enough, it's not like they're plotting against us, they're just citing facts. But I've seen individuals cite that the part of the reason that they think there's additional opportunity, and this actually is true, is because if you're in the United States, unless you're on one of the couple exchanges that actually has XRP, which is not everybody, you can't buy XRP. And sometimes it's just a matter. So like, even though if you're in that, yes, you could hop on Uphold, you could go do it today. I got it. But what I'm saying is, if you're already comfy on whatever exchange is your go-to, or maybe you've got your top two favorites, whatever it is, if XRP is not on there, and XRP is not on most, you're not going to be buying it. So he's basically just noting that because XRP is harder to come by if you're in the United States, like people in the United States are less likely to purchase it compared to where they otherwise would be. Part of what I've seen people get a little excited about, not fair enough. It's not like they're wishing ill on us. They're just noting the circumstances and opportunity. They're just noting part of the reason I think it's going to be worth way more if there's a positive result in the SEC v. Ripple case is because right now they're able to purchase before the floodgates open back up in the United States. And then when the floodgates open, then a whole bunch more people in the United States specifically would be purchasing it. And they feel like they're able to purchase it before most would be able to or willing to. That's basically how they're looking at it. And honestly, I say, I get it. It's not like they're the ones that, put us in this position. They're just searching for opportunity. So I don't blame it, but I blame the SEC, frankly. But it's true. How many more people in the United States would otherwise hold XRP today, but not for the SEC's actions? Probably a ton. I think XRP's price would be way higher. There would be way more accounts in existence. All those metrics. But either way, we've got a lot to look forward to so far as I'm concerned. We don't know. Fine. Maybe we get some bad news and we'll deal with it if it happens. I'll be here rain or shine. I'll be making videos even if we get some scary news, because if this has to go to the freaking Supreme Court, then that's going to happen, and I'm still very optimistic for that. I'm more optimistic for a ruling in that than I am at the district court level, because just understanding the makeup of the Supreme Court and the multiple judges that would be, making these determinations, they are not friendly. The current makeup is not friendly to government overreach. This is government overreach. That fact alone is highly substantial. But I'll go ahead and wrap up here. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Family Sedan.